objections, how you view when people ask you questions or when they say something to you about what you've shared with them. Just imagine this. You are out shopping. You're ready to buy a car. You've been looking at cars for a little while. You know it's time to get a new one, and you find one that you think you like. Would you ever, in a million years, imagine buying that car without asking any questions? No! You would never do that, right? So that is what your prospect is doing, okay? They're shopping, they're looking, they're checking out what you have. But the objection is not a no, I don't want this, this isn't for me. It's not necessarily that. It is a request for more information. They're talking to me about time. They're talking to me about price. They're talking to me about, they want to talk to their spouse. Hey, this is awesome. These are buying questions. So when you start shifting in your mind that when they give you an objection, that is the road to getting started, then you're going to get really excited when they give you objection. So just start thinking about that as you start, hearing this when you're out and about. Okay. Have you ever had someone, they sit through your entire presentation, you're sitting there, you're excited, you're sharing everything with them, and then they're like, I think I need to think about it. Has this happened to you? Remember, what's an objection? An objection is a request for more information. So what you might want to say to them is, awesome, I'm so glad you're really wanting to think this through. I'm just curious, what is it that you wanted to think more about? And your goal is to be like a detective, and you're trying to find out, what are they wanting to ponder in their mind? Are they wanting to think about, hey, I really want to think about how this compensation plan works. Hey, I want to think about how this can fit in my life. Hey, I want to think about, will this work for me? Is this possible that I can maybe do this? Can I fit it into my schedule? So if you can kind of view this like a detective and kind of probe and figure out what is it that they're wanting to ponder on so that maybe you can help them come to that decision. Maybe if it's, hey, you know what? I really, I want to think about this because I have some questions on the compensation. You can help kind of go through that with them, because sometimes when someone hears some information, whether they are in a big presentation or whether they're doing, you're kind of going through the info with them, they'll say, oh yeah, I understand. But then really their mind is like, I don't understand. So if you can help them kind of figure out what it is that they had that was a question mark in their mind, so that is now completed for them. Because surely, most people, they don't want to put off accomplishing their dreams and goals. I mean, I don't know about you, but I want to get to my goals as fast as I possibly can. So really, we just need to help them overcome the questions that they have in their mind so that they can move on forward. The other thing is, I don't know if you knew this, but there's 4 different personality types. We'll go through them briefly in case you've never heard of it. First of all, we have the driver, or your type A, okay? Typically, your type A's are concerned with making money. Time is their most valuable asset. They're direct and to the point. They're kind of the overachiever type. But sometimes they offend people, or they can be really blunt. Okay, so that might be one. Then you have your socialites, the people that are the life of the party. They are all about having fun. They maybe know a little bit on the facts and figures, but if they don't have all the details, that's okay. Sometimes they're not as organized, but typically they're faster and they like to make decisions quickly. Okay. The third one is what we call more your amiable. They are I want to save the world. I will give you the shirt off my back, even though I really need my shirt, and it's okay, it's going to hurt me, but I'm going to help you. They are like typically your nurses, your teachers, they're your amiables. Those people have a tendency to be a little slower in their decision process, so we don't want to push them. And the last one is your analyticals, okay? And these are people that definitely are about systems. They're about intellect. They're about systematically going through the process to make an intelligent decision. And once they've completely checked every quadrant that they need to check, then they can give you an emphatic yes. And then they'll be ready to go. And so you don't know necessarily who it is that you're talking to. Maybe you're talking to one of the fast movers, and so you just need to help them whip through their questions, and boom, they're ready to sign your application and rock and roll. Or maybe you're talking to somebody that is a little slower in their demeanor, they're slower in their life, they like to process, they like to think through, they like to give it some good thought. So just be aware of who it is that your prospect is so that you can respond in a way that's the most helpful to them. Right. Sometimes we respond the way we would want to be responded to, but we got to consider our prospect. If we know that they're the slower, more systematic, we want to give them all the facts and figures. We want to make sure that every T is crossed and every I is dotted so that when they have all of their information, they're ready to go. If they're more of the caring personality type, you want to show them how they have a whole team supporting them and how you will be there with them every step of the way so that they can do this. If they're the more type A driver type, you want to show them, hey, these are the facts and figures. Let's get to the bottom line. Time is money. Let me help you make some. Let's get going now. And if they are the socialite or the life of the party, you want to share with them how it's going to be so much fun. You guys are going to be able to travel the world. Your company has free trips. Let's go ahead and get this thing kicked off so they can share with their friends, help some people, make some money, and go change the world. So just kind of be aware of who it is that you're talking to, because that will help you speak their language. So let's move on to talking to the spouse. I love when someone says that they want to talk to the spouse, okay? Talking to the spouse is a great thing. So here's what we want to do versus don't want to do, okay? We don't want them to talk to the spouse on their own, okay? Of course, they're going to anyways. We don't want them to take everything that they heard in your meeting, at your presentation, or trying your product, whatever it is, and try and share that with them, because clearly they only heard it one time. And odds are you would probably do a better job explaining that info to them. So if they say, hey, you know what, everything sounds great, I just want to run it by my spouse, perfect. When can we get together? Just let them know that you are there to support them. You love to share it with them so that they can get 100% of the information. And should the spouse have questions, which they probably will, they will fire the questions at you instead of at them. And they will probably like that and appreciate it. How about the last one? I think I want to wait. You kind of have to wonder, why would they say that? Could this be a potential smokescreen for either the time or the money? So what I would do is I would continue to ask more questions so that you can get to the root of what it is that they really want. Because if you ask them, hey, you know what? Totally, I'm all for you. We can wait, timing can be perfect, but let me ask you something. What got you excited about this? If you can get them focused on what they want, what they're excited, and what they want to use this as a vehicle for, and show them how this could be potentially something that could get them there faster. Like, why wait a whole month to start on your dreams and goals? Hey, you want to pay off your debt and start moving forward with your finances? Why wait? So help them kind of figure out what it is that got them excited about this. And if you can paint a picture, show them a path to how they can get there faster if they get started now, how they can take advantage of some different specials that your company has. Maybe there's a special promotion that's going on or something that's going to be to their benefit. If they get started now, then that is definitely a way to go. Now, one of the questions I have for you, would things change for you if you had prospects that were constantly reaching out to you? If they said, hey, I want to hear what you're doing. Hey, can I get some more information? Would that change your life? Would it add a little swagger in your step? Would you feel different when you are talking to people? Because all of these things that we just talked about, they are skills. And a skill is just like anything else, whether it's driving your car, whether it's riding your bike, whether it's learning to prospect, it is a skill. And you know what? It's not subject to your personality type. It's something that anybody can learn. One of the skills that has helped us grow an absolutely amazing business is the power of attraction. Learning how to use the power of social media to actually attract prospects to us. So they're reaching out and saying, hey, can you tell me more? Hey, I'd like to find out about that business. Hey, I'd like to get some information. If this is something that you would like to learn, if it's another skill that you would like to have in your tool belt, you can click on the link that's listed in the description and you're gonna get an extra bonus training that will show you the steps on what you can do to implement that and start using it in your business. So go ahead and click on the link. I hope you enjoyed the bonus training. That's all for today, my friends. Take care, be blessed, and I will see you all next time.
For more great training and to receive your free MP3 download on how to attract prospects using social media, the 4 essential elements to attracting prospects, visit summergeronimo.com.